For Wednesday, the 28th of March 2018, welcome to another update from the Force 13's Australian Oceania channel, where we have a tropical low off the Queensland coast, west of New Caledonia, which is ex-tropical cyclone Iris. This is the current outlook for precipitation. Each of these images are in 3 hourly periods or blocks, and from 10 a.m. through to 10 a.m. Thursday. The BSCH website, one of the best sites around. This is a GFS wind model, and you can definitely see where the area of activity is. Meteorology has in place a strong wind warning for the Capricornia, Fraser Island coast, the Sunshine Coast waters, Gold Coast waters. And for Thursday it will be expanded. This is the latest instability. A strong wind warning will be in place for the entire area from the Gold Coast, New South Wales, Queensland border up to Mackay. This is including Hervey Bay and Moreton Bay waters. We also have a hazardous surf warning in place for the coastal regions, and also one for Byron Bay, the storm instability. And we still have various flood warnings in place. Ex-tropical cyclone Iris is located to the west of New Caledonia in the Coral Sea. It's forecast to move northwestward on Thursday. And here we go again. They have it as a subtropical low in a tropical cyclone zone. Now we have a look at the Himawari 8, the satellite view, Papua New Guinea. The system is expected to develop further from Friday, rated as a low chance of redevelopment into a tropical cyclone, but they have percentages Friday and Saturday as low. Now we have a look at the life of ex-tropical cyclone Iris. The Joint Typhoon Warning Centre is now back on board. They actually cancelled their advisories early this morning, but in their previous advisory they said that they will monitor, and they're back on board. Ex-tropical cyclone Iris, not officially tagged by the Bureau of Meteorology. I'm not sure what Fiji had. We know that New Caledonia did have Iris on their board books, and they were doing 3 hourly updates. There's no doubt from looking at the floaters that ex-tropical cyclone Iris does have clockwise motion. This is the life of the system up to a few hours ago. And whilst we are looking at this, there's no tropical cyclone outlook for the Gulf of Carpentaria. And I'm just going to have a look at the Northern Territory. Northern Territory is clear. The ex-tropical cyclone Nora delivered massive volume of water, leading to 40 rescues up in the Cairns region, and 2 caravan parks had to be evacuated, and there is a convergence zone. Early last week I read some information on the Oz Cyclone Chasers Facebook page, and Nitso and his team provide a outstanding service, and Nitso in his comments referred to how high the monsoon trough was, and there was so much precipitation, and it actually delivered quite a decent amount of rain, leading to the various flood warnings. Now we look at the latest track guidance models on the system, and the Bureau of Meteorology earlier today reported that it was supposed to be tracking slightly west. The Tropical Cyclone Formation Probability Guide. Are we going to see another tropical signal around Fiji towards New Caledonia? This is the late cycle intensity guidance, the HWRF, and they have it as a tropical storm up around 45 knots. Now this is on the US scale. Upper level divergence is very healthy, up around the 40 knot mark. Wind shear is a issue, especially to the south. This is probably why the Bureau is saying a northwesterly direction. And if it tracks in a northwesterly direction, it moves into lighter wind shear. We know the upper level divergence is good, and the wind shear would actually drop. Now this is the 850 millibar vorticity. You can clearly see that ex-Nora is still there, and also the tropical low in the Coral Sea. This is the latest Bureau of Meteorology's total forecasts of rain. Again, the rainfall scale's on the right hand side of the screen, and it's the blue through to the red, and it looks like the area north of Mackay is once again going to get some more rain, and it only has to move in, or I should say ex-Iris tropical low, to just move in towards the Queensland coast, and the picture changes yet again. We will continue to bring the updated information, and we switch over to Fiji, where they have a heavy rain warning currently in place for most of the region, along with a alert and isolated thunderstorm showers possibly to increase later today. That's the current position from the Fiji Met Office. Now we have a look at pressure and wind in knots, and this is the GFS model on the Pivotal Weather website. And when viewing non-official weather information, caution needs to be applied because the information does change, especially when it comes to the models. So with Easter nearly upon us, we're going to be in for a wet period, and the rainfall scales at the bottom of the screen, it's the area in yellow and dark brown. West coast of New Zealand's South Island, the Queensland coast, right down to probably Sydney. Now this is the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre's last track on ex-tropical cyclone Iris, which they did tag as a Category 1 system. Another look, EPS track guidance. And this one, the red line shows the tracking northwest, then curving back down the coast. Late cycle intensity guidance as mentioned. This is the latest one. There's actually two indicating 40 to 50 knots. And here's Nathan if you'd like to get involved with the Force 13.
You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com, which has had a revamp and is still under reconstruction, but take a look. Also YouTube, of course, if you haven't subscribed, that might be a good idea. Visit Force 13. We're also on Facebook under the same name, of course, and you can like us on there, and you can also follow us on Twitter. Search Force 13, all in text for those. You can also add Force 13 on Skype or my personal account on Discord, Fool13, at extension 9094.